3DO.
The only thing we have to fear is fear itself.
Watch it!
Get your knee out of my face!
My shoes has God, you stink!
Ow!
What was that?
Quit your belly aching, we're on! Oh man, I'm way too short for this. I hear you've been having some trouble.
No, this is a bad one, Sergeant. Worst I've seen.
Not long ago, we had this region secure under the supervision of one Colonel Blintz. That changed when Blintz was injured in the line of duty. Medics did what they could, but he sustained a massive, disfiguring head wound.
Disfiguring? He lost his mind.
And how? That was the last we saw or heard of him. Until this. No. I'm afraid so. He's gone tan.
And he took his soldiers with him. Those that didn't turn were melted down for scrap.
Your mission is to proceed through the white picket fence and track down the Colonel. When you find him, eliminate all defenses and terminate the Colonel.
All right, men, we got a job to do.
Good morning, soldier. I'm sure you're itching to get out in the field. But before you do, we're gonna help you brush up on your skills. You've got a lot of new tools to play with. It's best you know how to use them. And let's make this quick so we can get moving.
We're going to start with the camera. Use your left analog stick to move the camera across the terrain. You can increase the speed by pushing the left analog stick farther from the center, or decrease it with smaller increments. Try to move the target in the center of your screen over the extraction point to the north. Good. Now you're going to learn how to select a unit. Move the camera up so that the target in the center of your screen is on top of Sarge. When you've got it in position, press the circle button on your control pad to select. With Sarge selected, scroll your target anywhere on the map and press the X button to give Sarge a move order.
Yeah? Not a problem.
Okay, next you're going to learn how to use the selection ring. It allows you to select multiple units in a close proximity by tapping the circle button. Each time you press it, the selection ring grows larger, and once you move the camera, the selection is confirmed. I'm dropping 3 members of your commando team into the sandbox. Try to select them all at once by tapping the circle button 3 times to create a large selection ring. Good. Now press X to give them a move order, and they'll all move together. Good. Every time you give one of these move orders, your selected units are stored as a group. You can then reselect these units by moving close to them and pressing the triangle button. Scroll over to Sarge and press the triangle button. Now scroll back to your other 3 units and press the triangle button again to reselect them. That's all there is to it. This will work for groups of any size as long as they are visible on screen. Now practice selecting and moving your units across the map using the circle button, the X button, and the triangle button. You'll notice that whenever you select a unit, it deselects any units that were already highlighted. Next, you're going to use the Add to Selection button, which allows you to select new units without clearing the old ones. I'm dropping the other 3 members of your commando team in. Try to select all 7 units in the map at once by moving over each one and pressing the square button.
Take it easy. God. Nap time. Who's next? Lead the way. Yeah? Yeah? I'm listening.
Excellent job. Those are the basics.
On my way.
Now you're going to learn how to jump to alerts. Anytime an enemy is spotted or one of your units is attacked, an alert is created. You can immediately jump the camera to the location of this alert by pressing the L1 button. There's a group of TANs engaging your units. Unlocking your camera, you'll have to hit the L1 button to get them. Press the L1 button to jump to the enemy units. Your grunt should take care of the TANs on their own. You can bring Sarge and the others over to help out, or wait for the grunts to finish them off. Unit lost.
Moving out. Moving out.
Very good. You're almost done. Try raising and lowering the camera by holding down the R2 button on the top of the controller and moving the analog stick up or down. This will give you a different perspective on the map and may help you find units that are hidden or obscured. To return to the default camera height, press and release the R2 button without moving the analog stick. Don't press the select button. It does nothing. Do not ever go near the select button.
Sarge here.
Lastly, try pushing in on the left analog stick as you scroll the camera. This will give you an added speed boost that will send you across the map quickly. The farther the analog stick is from the center, the faster the speed boost will be when you push it in. That's everything. You can stay here and practice what you've learned for as long as you want. When you've had enough, move Sarge to the extraction point to complete your training.
Now you're going to learn how to put together a base, collect resources, and build up an army. There's a lot to learn here and it's important, so pay attention.
You've been given a bulldozer. All the buildings in a base can be built by this unit. Hold the R1 button down to pull up the bulldozer's build menu.
All clear.
Now you're going to learn how to put together a base, collect resources, and build up an army. There's a lot to learn here and it's important, so pay attention.
You've been given a bulldozer. All the buildings in a base can be built by this unit. Hold the R1 button down to pull up the bulldozer.
Need some.
With the R1 button
Ready
held,
to
move
build.
the left analog stick left or right, or press the left or right directional buttons to highlight different buildings in the menu. You can see the costs of each selected building listed at the bottom. To get
Where do you want
You
it?
have chosen the HQ and are ready to place it. Release the R1 button to remove the build menu and scroll around
All
to
clear.
move the building to your desired
Ready to build.
location.
Where do you want
You
it?
can press the L2 button or R2 button to rotate the building, or press the circle button to cancel placement. When you've found a spot, press the X button to place
On
the
my
HQ.
way.
Good. You've ordered your first building.